So let's close our eyes and imagine a place that made us to feel impressed. A building, a space, maybe the space made us to feel amazed, comforted, inspired. Now imagine that building before it became the one it stays today. It was an idea on a single plain page, white page. So, as architects, we are there. We are bridge, connecting that gap, connecting that idea to the realization. So, I am today honored to tell you how that journey starts and ends. I'm going to share my thoughts about architecture, architect's journey, the blueprint to the reality. So this is one of the impressive quotes by William Churchill, which expresses the best the topic I'm going to talk about today. We shape buildings, thereafter they shape us. So architecture journey, architecture process is a very, very complicated, multi-stage process. And lots of, hundreds of inputs and outputs in every single stage. And all stages are depends on the previous stage outputs. But the good news is, I'll try to make this as simple and understandable for you. Let's frame this process, this journey, in 3 acts. First act is, let's call it seed of inspiration. Architecture starts with an idea, with a dream. So this is the stage we start dreaming, or we start asking questions to understand what's our dream. Every journey starts with a question. So the architecture. But for architecture, it is not about what should this building look like. It's mainly about what this building should be. And within this question, of course, there are lots of questions. What are the needs? Who's going to live there? What is the surrounding? What's the environment? There are lots of hundreds of questions architects try to find answer. I'll just give a couple of examples to this. On this stage we have today, we listened a couple of impressive stories. And I'm sure all of these stories has a very strong link to the space they have happened. That's the power of architecture. The architecture, the space, you see here, the walls, the light, they shape our emotions and they make our stories. So architects are storytellers. When we identify the dream, we are actually writing kind of scenario for the people who is going to live there. So we are shaping we are sort of defining your emotions when you live there. So, as far As soon as we identify the dream, we are sure about the dream. We are sure about our inspiration. Here it comes the second and more complex, more complicated stage. It's called drawing, drafting, or producing the material. We can explain this shaping our dream or identifying how I will realize that dream. Let's call it crafting dreams. But to be honest, that process may not be that much entertaining to you, because this process is a very complicated process. Architects collaborate with engineers, clients, people, community, the surrounding, with the nature, and collecting the data to produce these drawings. This is a shot from my Google photo during one of my projects. I'm sure you have been in Lankaran Springs Hotel. It's one of my, let's say, interesting story. And this is only single drawing out of thousands of sheets, just to show you how complicated data are collected to realize that building. Before getting beyond buildings, that is the stage where we construct, where we realize that dream. Constructing is one of the most complicated, also unpredictable stages architects keep inputting the process. But finalizing the construction, I mean, the leaving of construction crew from the construction site does not mean architecture ends. It is the place where the building become livable, it become the part of society, it become part of the community, and the people, the human, start to live there, and start to his experience, to start to shape their emotions there. So this is the image from the same building during the construction, and from same angle, same building inside. And today, when you go to hotel, you are shaping your experience and your stories there. And you know what? I have written this story 5 years ago. I've written that you go there and you will shape your memories in this space. Architects in this journey really face lots of challenges during the process. It's not a single line process. It's very unpredictable process. Things are changing. Even environmental crisis like pandemic, the client mindset is changing, the budget is changing, and architects has a problem-solving mindset. They are problem solvers. They are very adaptive. They are very negotiable. And challenging during the process does not stop the process. Every single time that buildings become the reality. But the most you face with the challenge makes most meaningful products, buildings and spaces. So the exciting part is that you don't have to be an architect to experience this view to your lives. You can experience facing with challenge by being more resilient, by being more adaptive, negotiable, and creative out of box, and experience this in your life in whatever field you are. This is called design thinking approach to life. And coming to the end, I hope now you remember you have pictured the building at the beginning of my speech. I hope now you understand when you imagine a space, you have a feeling there, you have experience there, you have emotions there, has a huge process behind that. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for joining to Architect's Journey.